Hey everybody. I wanted to get on here and make a quick video to say Happy New Year and to kind of share where I'm at. And hopefully this will reach somebody. I really almost didn't post this video because I just got out of the shower. I washed off my makeup. I had made a video on January the 1st to kind of talk about, general feelings and goals for the new year and kind of where I'm at in this meta spiritual process called life, right? And I deleted it because I'm like, damn, this has to be the year. And I do believe it is the year where I really am able to embody and practice what I preach. So I have to make this video to share the good news. I cannot let the fact that I am fresh faced, I don't have filters, I don't want to, I don't want to fool with that shit anymore. And man, I have been debilitated for so long by these standards and what we're supposed to do and the filters. And, the patriarchy is going to patriarch, the standards are going to be there. And it's BBL. And before that's did they have ribs removed and all these extreme procedures. And when you look at the Kardashians, they're the model of this extreme BBL, and now they're all on Ozempic, but they're all on their feelings about it when they get called out. And it's just they're supposed to it's like a pendulum, and they're supposed to be oh, now I want to be this, now I want to be that. And it's not a coincidence that it's always an extreme, and they don't even look like themselves. Forget the surgeries, even just their normal faces, they don't look like themselves. Nobody looks like themselves without makeup, but they look exactly like themselves. So nobody damn it. Can't I just say, okay, this is happening regardless, but that doesn't mean I have to participate. And I have good news to share. In 2026, the start of the new year, and I feel optimistic. And my good news with my eating, with my health, with my fasting, this is what I wanted to share. This is what I'm trying to go into the new year with, is just really I don't know, embodying all these things and not just talking about it. I hate it the way my layers look so short. But see, there I am again. It's a process. But bottom line, I have to share it with somebody. So I'm going to share it with whoever watches this. I have been, I had a huge win today. I had this holiday weight gain. Well, not anything major, literally 3 to 4 pounds. But going into the actual Christmas week, I was man, I'm teetering. I'm really pushing what I'm comfortable with. I've lost weight, but there's 5 pounds where it's when I'm at the top end of that, you can just feel it. You can feel it in my clothes. I can feel it in my clothes. I can feel it in my arms. And so anyway, and then I was at the top already. I added 3 to 4 pounds over that. I wasn't feeling my best. So, today is a new day. It's still very much the start of 2026. This is it, I really feel it's shit or get off the cosmic pot. You know what I mean? Not to be crude, but it is. Every moment I've been reading The Power of Now. I've read The Power of Now. It's just one big extended moment. And now is all there is. So the only thing that changes is the only thing that can change, which is our perception and the autonomy that we take in every moment and what we do with that autonomy. Are we going to use it for good or bad? And so what I did was I started off great, back on track, health goals, intermittent fasting, vegan breakfast. I had my steamed vegetables with everything but the bagel seasoning. I did my carrots, so that was great. And I noticed when I start off, no matter how I eat for the rest of the day, when I start off with a vegetable, just a plain steamed vegetable, no butter, no oil, just everything but this bagel seasoning is plenty sufficient for for it to taste delicious. And it really helps like curb your appetite throughout the day. I had a sweet potato with PB2 powder, and it was like a cake with some sprinkled like chocolate chips. And it was like eating a dessert cake. And I love the fact that I was like eating vegan vegetables, and they were both orange. Oh my God, how lovely. I had 2 pieces of fish, and that was it. And it was from a time period of like 12:30 to 3:30. Now, the fish was not, it was like day old, like leftover fish from yesterday from like a, not fast food, but like an Applebee's type place. So it wasn't like, it was like ethically sourced, Alaskan caught, steamed, fanciness, but nevertheless, it was fish. I was feeling really good about it. About my eating habits. I was full. I was comfortable. Sweet potatoes are great for like keeping me full for an extended period of time. And this is like what's going to happen until the day I drop dead. For the rest of our lives, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get off track. We have to like get back on the horse. Don't, get back up when we get knocked down. Do better. Be proud of our gains. And then will come like the test. It's not really a test. It's not like mean-spirited, but that's just life. It's like, okay, now let's see if you've really like, what you're really about. And the test was out of nowhere. In comes pizza with the breadsticks, with the dipping sauces. And my mouth is watering, like just talking about it. But I was full, so it wasn't hard to say no. But around 6 p.m., I was so close to like giving in and having this pizza that's like left over in the fridge, heating it back up, and it's even better like heated up. I don't know how that's possible. And so what I did, hopefully this will like, I don't know, somebody will relate to this because I am so proud of myself and I have to share it. I reframed in the moment through present day, right this very second. I have reframed my hunger and my desires, and I went through the steps of like what would happen either way. And I knew that if I gave in and ate outside of my eating window, if I totally wrecked the day and was just like, oh, well, it's just one day, there's always tomorrow. If I did those justifications and let myself down and did not hold myself accountable with my health goals, with my eating goals, I knew it would happen, which is that as soon as I swallowed the very last bite, I would regret it. I would be down on myself. I wouldn't even enjoy it. It wouldn't be worth it at the end of the day. And tomorrow, when it was actually my eating window of 12 to 4 p.m., I would know that like, man, if I had just waited, I would savor every little bite because I would be eating it in my eating window tomorrow. And I would know tomorrow that I would feel like such a piece of shit. I would be down on myself. I would be filled with nothing but regret. So what I did was I just reiterated to myself that it would not even like be worth it whatsoever as soon as I swallowed the last bite. I have done so well today, and I do not want to throw it away for something that I will ultimately regret. I can have it tomorrow. It's going to taste a million times better as long as I hold myself to my, to account. It's going to taste a million times better tomorrow. And I reframed the hunger, which is the hardest part. Like my mouth is still watering talking about it. That was at 6 p.m. It is now, I don't know what time, like a few hours later. I'm still hungry. And what I am telling myself is that the hunger, that's good. That's a sign that I'm on the right track. I'm hungry because I'm losing weight, because I'm keeping that promise to myself, because I am that person who, has control over my eating habits, who can eat with some sense, who can say, hey, this is my goal for the day. This is what I'm going to do today, and then not disappoint myself. I'm not someone who gives into gluttony or the whims of like, emotional eating or eating because am I hungry? Yes. Am I starving? Absolutely not, So I'm so proud of myself. And I use that hunger as like, okay, I'm doing something right. That's the bottom line. I reframed my hunger from like, oh my God, I can't resist to, okay, I'm doing something right. I'm going to be hungry because I'm fasting. This is my fasting window. And that's great, and I know every day this year for 2026 that if I eat whatever I want within this 4-hour window, and if I fast for 20 hours, at the end of a week, at the end of, every tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to feel so good. I'm not going to feel bloated. I'm not going to feel heavy. And the biggest thing is I'm not going to feel like some loser who can't like have a relationship enough with myself to actually like trust what I'm saying, to actually have someone who like has goals and then doesn't disappoint myself. So that's great. Just like I'm trying to consciously reframe it. Today is a win. And this year is going to be great. I just really feel like 2026 is going to be the year of the wallflower, the outcasts, like the weirdos. Um, so yeah, I hope that helps, and y'all have a good night.